Have you ever felt drained after socializing, needing quiet time to recharge? Or perhaps you found yourself retreating into solitude to think more clearly and regain focus. If so, you're not alone. Many introverts feel overwhelmed by the constant demands of the outside world, but there is immense power in embracing this introverted nature. Introversion is not a weakness. It's a strength, a force that, when understood, can lead to a more balanced, peaceful, and successful life. In today's fast-paced, extroverted world, being an introvert is often misunderstood. Many people assume that introverts are shy, antisocial, or lack confidence. But the truth is far different. Introverts possess a deep inner strength that allows them to thrive in ways that extroverts often can't. While the world rewards loudness, quick thinking, and constant visibility, introverts excel in silence, introspection, and deep focus. In this audiobook, we will dive into the psychology of introversion, understanding its origins, its strengths, and its ability to foster personal growth and balance. You'll learn that introversion is not a limitation, but rather a unique way of experiencing the world, one that offers peace and self-mastery in a noisy world. First, let's address the common misconception that introversion is something to be fixed. Society often pushes for extroverted traits, talking more, attending social events, and constantly engaging with others. These social norms leave little room for the quiet, reflective nature of introverts. But when introverts begin to understand their own psychology, they realize that solitude is not something to avoid. It's a vital part of self-care and growth. Introverts draw their energy from within, while extroverts feel energized by social interactions. Introverts gain energy from solitude and quiet reflection. It's in these quiet moments that introverts recharge, process their thoughts, and connect deeply with their own values. In a world that constantly demands attention and noise, introverts are the quiet thinkers, the ones who can hear the whisper of their inner voice, unshaken by external distractions. In the chapters that follow, we will explore how understanding introversion can lead to greater success, not just in social settings, but in every aspect of life. We'll explore the unique strengths of introverts, such as deep focus, self-reflection, and the ability to make clear, intentional decisions. But we'll also acknowledge the challenges introverts face, including managing social energy and overcoming societal pressures to be more extroverted. By embracing the psychology of introversion, you'll begin to realize the value of alone time. Alone doesn't mean lonely. It means a powerful opportunity to connect with your inner thoughts, goals, and purpose. You'll learn how to create a peaceful, introspective space for yourself, one that promotes clarity, creativity, and emotional well-being. And you'll discover how this inner strength can lead to greater personal and professional success. In this audiobook, we will uncover how to harness the power of introversion for personal growth. You'll learn strategies for protecting your energy, embracing quiet leadership, and cultivating deeper, more meaningful relationships. We'll also discuss how introverts can thrive in environments that may seem designed for extroverts, and how they can use their natural tendencies to their advantage in both personal and professional settings. Embracing introversion isn't about changing who you are. It's about understanding yourself better. It's about accepting your need for quiet, solitude, and self-reflection. By doing so, you can unlock a life of balance, creativity, and inner peace. Let's embark on this journey together, discovering how the psychology of introversion can lead to a more fulfilling and successful life. Through understanding the power of silence, self-mastery, and quiet strength, you'll find that the life you've always wanted is already within you, waiting to be realized. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Introverts. When we think of introverts, many people immediately picture quiet individuals who avoid social interaction or struggle with self-confidence in public situations. However, the reality is far different. Introverts are not weak, nor are they incapable of connecting with the world around them. They simply approach communication and engagement differently. 1.1. Defining introversion. Introversion is a natural part of human personality, contrasting with extroversion, which is defined by those who gain energy from social interactions and external activities. For introverts, energy comes from solitude and inner reflection. An introvert doesn't feel the need to always be busy or engage in long social conversations. Instead, they are more at peace when they spend time thinking and exploring their inner world. This doesn't mean they avoid people or relationships. On the contrary, introverts tend to form deeper, more meaningful connections because they are selective about where they invest their energy. 1.2. The inner strength of introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean lacking social skills or confidence. In fact, introverts possess a unique inner strength that allows them to thrive in ways that extroverts often can't. In a noisy world, introverts can see what others overlook. They have the ability to focus deeply on their work and their goals without being distracted by external forces. One of the greatest strengths of introverts is their ability to self-regulate. They are less likely to be swayed by immediate emotions or reactions. Rather than acting impulsively or following the crowd, introverts tend to think carefully before making decisions. They are proactive in creating space for themselves to master their thoughts and emotions. 1.3. The psychological mechanism of introversion. From a psychological standpoint, introverts require time alone to recharge because they tend to feel drained after prolonged social interactions. While extroverts find energy in social settings, introverts regain energy through solitude and reflection. This isn't about avoiding people. It's about the way they manage their energy. Introverts excel in quieter environments where they can focus deeply without distraction. They appreciate and value moments of stillness as it allows them to connect with their own thoughts and feelings. In this chapter, we will explore why this inward focus is not only normal, but also a key strength. Introverts aren't missing out on anything by choosing to stay quiet. Instead, they're tapping into a source of energy that is underappreciated in today's noisy world. By learning to embrace and understand their psychological makeup, introverts can leverage their quiet energy to create a balanced life. 1.4. The power of silence. One of the most fascinating aspects of introversion is the power derived from silence. While the world often rewards speed, quick thinking, and constant interaction, introverts thrive in environments where they can be still, reflect, and focus deeply on what truly matters. When we rush to speak, act, or react, we often miss out on valuable insights that come only from quiet contemplation. Introverts are naturally good at self-reflection, and it's in this quiet space that creativity, clarity, and new ideas can emerge. Instead of viewing introversion as something to fix, we need to appreciate it as a gift that allows us to succeed in a world filled with distractions. In this section, we will explore how introverts harness the power of silence to achieve greater success. We'll discuss how introverts can use this stillness to develop their creativity, enhance their decision-making abilities, and boost their personal growth. 1.5. Deep communication and meaningful relationships. Introverts may not engage in small talk as often, but they have a unique way of communicating, one that is deep and meaningful. Introverts typically seek out conversations that have substance, where they can truly connect with others on a personal level. They prefer to form fewer but deeper relationships rather than spreading their energy across many shallow interactions. In relationships, introverts excel at listening and empathizing. They are often the ones who truly understand others because they take the time to listen, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. While they may not speak as much in a group setting, their words carry weight and meaning when they do choose to speak. This depth of connection is one of the most powerful qualities of introverts. They have the ability to connect on a much deeper level than simply exchanging pleasantries. Through their actions, introverts often demonstrate their care and respect for others in ways that speak louder than words. Chapter 2. The value of solitude in a noisy world. In a world that demands constant social interaction and engagement, solitude can often be seen as something to be avoided or feared. However, for introverts, solitude is not just a retreat. It is a sanctuary, a space where they can recharge, think deeply, and reconnect with themselves. The necessity of alone time. Introverts draw their energy from within. Unlike extroverts who thrive in environments filled with people and stimulation, introverts need quiet time to recharge. Alone time is essential for them to process their thoughts, reflect on their experiences, and gain clarity. In solitude, they are able to tap into their creativity, enhance their problem-solving skills, and make decisions that align with their true values. The importance of alone time cannot be overstated. It allows introverts to break free from the noise and distractions of the outside world and truly listen to their inner voice. Without this space, introverts may feel drained, disconnected, and overwhelmed by the constant demands of social interactions. But when they embrace solitude, they can regain their strength, focus, and sense of self. Solitude as a tool for personal growth. Alone time is not only a way to recharge, it also serves as a powerful tool for personal growth. When introverts are alone, they have the opportunity to reflect on their goals, values, and dreams. They can analyze their experiences, evaluate their progress, and set new intentions for the future. In solitude, introverts are free from external pressures, which allows them to think more clearly and make decisions that are aligned with their true desires. This introspective process helps them cultivate self-awareness, a key component of emotional intelligence and personal development. By regularly carving out time for solitude, introverts can better understand themselves and their place in the world. The role of solitude in creativity and productivity. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, writers, and innovators were introverts who thrived in solitude. For introverts, alone time is where their most creative ideas are born. It is a space where they can explore new concepts, develop innovative solutions, and experiment with different approaches without the distractions of external noise. The solitude that introverts crave allows them to focus deeply on their work, leading to higher levels of productivity. Unlike extroverts, who may thrive in busy, fast-paced environments, introverts are able to achieve peak productivity when they are given the quiet time to think, plan, and execute their ideas. This deep focus is often the secret behind their success. Introverts can accomplish more in less time by harnessing the power of their solitude. Rather than being distracted by social obligations or the need for constant validation, they can immerse themselves in their work, producing high-quality results. Overcoming the fear of solitude. For many introverts, the fear of being alone or the societal pressure to constantly engage with others can be overwhelming. Society often values extroverted traits, loudness, visibility, and socializing, and introverts may feel like they don't fit in. This can create a sense of inadequacy or guilt for wanting to spend time alone. However, it is important for introverts to recognize that their need for solitude is not a flaw. It is a natural and essential part of who they are. Instead of viewing solitude as something negative, introverts should embrace it as an opportunity for growth, reflection, and renewal. The key is to make solitude a regular part of their lives, creating boundaries that allow for quiet time without feeling guilty or pressured. Introverts can benefit from reminding themselves that their need for alone time is not a rejection of others, but rather a way to maintain their well-being and emotional balance. Building a routine for solitude. To fully harness the power of solitude, introverts must make it a regular part of their routine. This could involve setting aside specific times each day to be alone, whether that means spending time in nature, journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in silence. Introverts can also create a peaceful, quiet space in their home or work environment where they can retreat when they need to recharge. By intentionally carving out time for solitude, introverts can ensure that they have the mental and emotional space to reflect, relax, and refocus. Incorporating solitude into daily life does not mean avoiding social interactions entirely. Instead, it is about finding a healthy balance between engaging with others and nurturing one's inner world. Introverts should remember that taking time for themselves is not selfish. It is essential for their well-being and personal growth. Chapter 3. The Power of Focus and Deep Work. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus deeply on a single task is a rare and powerful skill. For introverts, this ability is one of their greatest strengths. Introverts have an innate capacity to concentrate for long periods of time without being easily distracted. This ability to focus deeply allows them to produce high-quality work, make thoughtful decisions, and develop a sense of accomplishment that comes from completing meaningful tasks. The introvert's ability to focus. Introverts are often naturally drawn to solitary activities that require concentration and thought. Whether it's reading, writing, creating, or problem-solving, introverts have a unique ability to immerse themselves in tasks that require sustained focus. Unlike extroverts, who may thrive in fast-paced social environments, introverts excel when they are given the space to work in quiet and undisturbed settings. The ability to focus deeply is not just a skill, it is a mental state that introverts can cultivate over time. When introverts are able to eliminate distractions and create an environment that supports their need for focus, they can achieve a level of concentration that many others find difficult to replicate. The value of deep work. Deep work refers to the state of concentration where distractions are minimized and a person can immerse themselves fully in a task. This state of flow allows introverts to perform at their highest level and produce work that is meaningful, creative, and impactful. Deep work is the opposite of shallow work, which is characterized by low concentration tasks like answering emails, checking social media, or attending unnecessary meetings. For introverts, deep work is the key to achieving their goals and realizing their potential. It is during these moments of deep concentration that they are able to make the most significant progress in their personal and professional lives. Whether working on a creative project, solving a complex problem, or learning a new skill, deep work is where introverts can truly shine. Creating the right environment for deep focus. To achieve deep work, introverts must create an environment that supports their need for focus. This often means eliminating distractions and setting boundaries to protect their time and energy. In a world that constantly demands attention, introverts must be intentional about where and when they choose to work. One of the most effective ways to create an environment conducive to deep work is to designate a specific space for focused tasks. This could be a quiet room at home, a library, or a secluded area in a cafe. The key is to find a place where distractions are minimal and where introverts can fully engage with their work. Additionally, introverts must be mindful of their time. Setting aside dedicated blocks of uninterrupted time for deep work is essential. This could mean scheduling periods of focus in the morning or evening when distractions are fewer, or using time management techniques like the Pomodoro method, where short bursts of focused work are followed by brief breaks. The impact of distractions on productivity. One of the biggest challenges introverts face is the constant barrage of distractions that can break their concentration. Whether it's the ping of an incoming email, the buzzing of a phone, or the noise of co-workers, distractions can severely impact an introvert's ability to focus. Research has shown that it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain full concentration after being interrupted. For introverts, this means that even small distractions can derail their productivity for hours. That's why it's so important for introverts to create an environment where distractions are minimized and focus is prioritized. building the habit of deep work. The ability to focus deeply on a task is not something that comes easily to most people. It requires practice, discipline, and the cultivation of good habits. For introverts, building the habit of deep work is essential for success. One way to build this habit is by starting small and gradually increasing the amount of time spent in deep work. Introverts can begin by dedicating just 30 minutes a day to focused work and gradually increase that time as they become more comfortable with the process. The key is to make deep work a consistent part of their daily routine, so it becomes a natural and essential part of their workflow. Introverts can also use tools and techniques to help maintain focus. For example, blocking social media sites, turning off notifications, and using noise-canceling headphones can help reduce distractions and keep them engaged in their work. Additionally, setting clear goals and deadlines for each work session can help introverts stay on track and avoid procrastination. Overcoming the fear of missing out. In today's hyper-connected world, introverts may struggle with a feeling of missing out when they choose to focus on their work rather than participate in social activities. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is a common experience for introverts, especially when they feel pressured to constantly engage with others. However, it's important for introverts to recognize that choosing deep work and focus is not a rejection of socializing or connecting with others. Instead, it is a decision to prioritize what matters most, whether it's personal growth, professional success, or creative expression. By embracing the value of solitude and deep work, introverts can create a fulfilling and successful life, one where they achieve their goals without feeling the need to constantly seek external validation. The power of reflection and self-assessment. One of the key benefits of deep work is the ability to reflect and assess progress. Introverts naturally tend to be more self-reflective than extroverts, and this introspection can be a powerful tool for growth and improvement. By taking time to reflect on their work, introverts can identify areas for improvement, celebrate successes, and adjust their approach as needed. Self-assessment allows introverts to evaluate their performance objectively and make informed decisions about their next steps. It also helps them maintain a sense of direction and purpose, ensuring that their efforts align with their long-term goals. Chapter 4. Building deep, meaningful relationships. Introverts often thrive in one-on-one interactions and tend to form deep, meaningful relationships with those around them. While they may not enjoy large social gatherings or constant interaction, introverts value quality over quantity when it comes to their connections with others. For introverts, relationships are not about maintaining a large social network, but about creating strong, lasting bonds based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. The introvert's approach to relationships. Unlike extroverts who gain energy from socializing and thrive in group settings, introverts are more selective about their social interactions. Introverts typically prefer smaller gatherings and more intimate conversations where they can truly connect with others. This doesn't mean they are shy or antisocial. It simply means they value depth over breadth in their relationships. Introverts tend to focus on building meaningful connections with a few close friends or family members rather than seeking out large social circles. They invest time and energy into understanding and supporting the people they care about. This deep focus often leads to stronger, more fulfilling relationships that are based on genuine understanding and shared experiences. The strength of listening and empathy. One of the defining characteristics of introverts is their ability to listen deeply. In a world that often values talking over listening, introverts excel at being present for others and truly understanding their emotions and experiences. This deep listening ability allows introverts to build strong relationships with people who feel heard, valued, and understood. Introverts are naturally empathetic and can often sense the emotions of others without needing them to speak. They can pick up on subtle cues, such as body language or tone of voice, and respond in a way that shows care and compassion. This ability to connect emotionally on a deeper level helps introverts create meaningful, supportive relationships. The importance of authenticity. Authenticity is crucial to introverts when it comes to building relationships. Unlike extroverts, who may feel comfortable navigating various social roles and personas, introverts prefer to engage in relationships that are genuine and true to who they are. They are not interested in superficial interactions or pretending to be someone they are not. For introverts, authenticity is key to forming deep and lasting connections. This desire for authenticity often leads introverts to seek out others who share their values, interests, and experiences. They prefer to be around people who appreciate them for who they truly are, rather than those who expect them to conform to social norms or external pressures. By staying true to themselves, introverts create relationships that are built on mutual respect and honesty. Setting boundaries and protecting energy. While introverts may enjoy meaningful relationships, they also understand the importance of setting boundaries to protect their energy. Social interactions, especially those in large groups or loud environments, can be draining for introverts. Without time for solitude, introverts may become overwhelmed and exhausted. To maintain balance in their relationships, introverts must establish clear boundaries and communicate their need for personal space. This doesn't mean withdrawing or rejecting others. It means ensuring that they have time to recharge and maintain their emotional well-being. Setting boundaries helps introverts preserve their energy and prevents burnout from overextending themselves in social situations. By openly communicating their need for alone time, introverts can foster healthier relationships with friends, family, and colleagues who respect their boundaries. Healthy relationships are not just about constant engagement. They're about understanding each other's needs and finding ways to support one another, while also maintaining personal space. Introversion in romantic relationships. In romantic relationships, introverts bring a unique perspective. They value deep connection, loyalty, and emotional intimacy. While extroverts may enjoy public displays of affection or large social gatherings, introverts prefer quieter, more intimate moments with their partner. They thrive in relationships where they can have meaningful, one-on-one conversations and share their thoughts and feelings in a private, comfortable setting. For introverts, quality time spent together is far more important than quantity. They appreciate the quiet moments spent with a partner, whether it's reading together, taking a walk, or simply enjoying each other's company in silence. These moments of connection are where introverts feel most fulfilled and valued in their relationships. Introverts also tend to be more reflective when it comes to their romantic relationships. They are thoughtful about their partner's needs and feelings, and they invest time in understanding their partner on a deeper level. This level of emotional investment creates strong, lasting bonds that are built on trust, mutual respect, and emotional connection. The challenge of social expectations. One of the biggest challenges introverts face in relationships is the pressure to conform to societal expectations about socializing and engagement. Society often celebrates extroverted traits, being outgoing, social, and constantly involved in group activities. For introverts, this can create feelings of inadequacy or pressure to act against their natural inclinations. Introverts may feel like they are not doing enough to maintain their relationships because they don't always attend every social gathering or engage in constant communication. However, it is important to recognize that introverts bring a unique value to relationships. Their ability to listen deeply, reflect thoughtfully, and connect authentically creates relationships that are rich and meaningful, even if they are less frequent or public. Introverts must learn to embrace their natural social tendencies without feeling pressured to conform to external expectations. By understanding that meaningful relationships do not require constant socializing or external validation, Introverts can build a fulfilling social life that aligns with their needs. The power of small social circles. While introverts may not enjoy large social gatherings or events, they often excel in smaller, more intimate settings. Introverts tend to build strong, supportive social circles with a few close friends or family members, rather than trying to maintain a wide network of acquaintances. These small circles allow for deeper connections, more authentic conversations, and a greater sense of mutual understanding. Introverts appreciate the quality of their relationships over the quantity of them. They may not have hundreds of friends, but they value the close, meaningful connections they do have. These relationships are built on trust, shared experiences, and mutual respect, and they provide introverts with the emotional support they need to thrive. Chapter 5. The Art of Self-Reflection and Personal Growth. For introverts, self-reflection is more than just an occasional practice. It's a way of life. Introverts tend to process the world through introspection, taking time to consider their actions, thoughts, and feelings. This deeply reflective nature allows them to grow in ways that may be harder for those who are constantly focused outward. By learning to embrace this aspect of themselves, introverts can use self-reflection to unlock their true potential and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The role of self-reflection in personal growth. Self-reflection is the practice of looking inward to examine your thoughts, actions, and feelings in order to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. For introverts, this process is often automatic. They naturally spend a lot of time thinking about their experiences, analyzing their decisions, and contemplating how they can improve. This ability to self-reflect is a powerful tool for personal growth. By consistently engaging in this process, introverts can identify their strengths, work through their weaknesses, and learn from past experiences. Self-reflection allows introverts to set meaningful goals, make better decisions, and navigate life with more clarity and confidence. The practice of introspection gives introverts the space to connect with their inner voice, helping them make choices that align with their true desires and values. Instead of reacting impulsively to situations or external pressures, they can respond with greater thoughtfulness and self-awareness. How self-reflection leads to clarity. One of the key benefits of self-reflection is that it provides clarity. In today's fast-paced world, it can be easy to become overwhelmed with decisions and responsibilities. For introverts, the act of slowing down and reflecting on their thoughts can help cut through the noise and gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters. When introverts take the time to reflect, they're able to step back from the constant demands of the world and focus on what is important to them. This clarity allows them to prioritize their goals, set boundaries, and make intentional decisions that align with their personal values. By regularly practicing self-reflection, introverts can break free from the distractions of everyday life and focus on their long-term vision. This practice enables them to avoid making hasty decisions based on external influences and instead make choices that contribute to their personal growth and overall well-being. The power of journaling. Journaling is one of the most effective ways for introverts to engage in self-reflection. Writing down their thoughts, feelings, and experiences allows introverts to process and make sense of their emotions. Through journaling, introverts can gain valuable insights into their inner world and track their personal growth over time. For many introverts, journaling serves as a private space to explore their ideas, question their beliefs, and analyze their actions. It provides an outlet for their thoughts and helps them organize their emotions. Writing regularly can also help introverts cultivate a deeper understanding of themselves, leading to greater emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Journaling can also serve as a tool for self-discovery. By reflecting on past experiences and considering how they felt in different situations, introverts can identify patterns in their behavior and thought processes. This helps them recognize their strengths and areas for improvement. guiding them toward more mindful actions in the future. Overcoming self-doubt through reflection. Many introverts struggle with self-doubt. Due to their introspective nature, they often overanalyze situations and question their abilities. This tendency to second-guess themselves can lead to feelings of insecurity and hesitation. However, through the practice of self-reflection, introverts can overcome self-doubt and build greater self-confidence. Self-reflection allows introverts to examine the root causes of their self-doubt. By looking back at past successes and acknowledging their achievements, they can begin to recognize their own strengths and capabilities. Reflection helps introverts reframe their thoughts and focus on their positive attributes rather than their perceived shortcomings. As introverts continue to engage in self-reflection, they will start to see themselves in a more positive light. They will recognize their own worth and develop a stronger sense of self-assurance, making it easier to tackle challenges and pursue their goals. Using self-reflection to set goals. One of the most important ways introverts can use self-reflection is to set meaningful, intentional goals. Through introspection, they can identify what truly matters to them and what they hope to achieve in life. Whether it's personal growth, career success, or deeper relationships, self-reflection helps introverts clarify their aspirations and create a roadmap for achieving them. By taking time to reflect on their values and desires, introverts can set goals that are aligned with their true selves. Rather than pursuing goals based on external pressures or societal expectations, introverts can focus on what feels right for them. This clarity helps them stay motivated and committed to their objectives even when faced with obstacles. Self-reflection also allows introverts to break down their goals into smaller, more manageable steps. By setting clear, actionable tasks, they can make steady progress toward their larger aspirations without feeling overwhelmed. Finding balance through self-reflection. For introverts, self-reflection also plays a crucial role in finding balance in life. Life can feel chaotic at times, and it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. By taking moments of introspection, introverts can reconnect with their inner selves and evaluate whether they are living in alignment with their values. Self-reflection helps introverts identify areas of their lives where they may be overextending themselves, whether it's in social commitments, work obligations, or personal relationships. It allows them to assess whether they are giving too much of their energy to things that drain them rather than focusing on what nourishes their soul. By using self-reflection as a tool for balance, introverts can make conscious decisions to prioritize their well-being and ensure they are living a life that reflects their true desires. Chapter 6. Harnessing Introversion for Success in the Modern World. In a world that often seems to celebrate loud, outgoing personalities and constant social engagement, introverts may feel overlooked or undervalued. However, introverts possess unique strengths that, when harnessed effectively, can lead to profound personal and professional success. The key lies in recognizing these strengths and leveraging them to navigate the demands of the modern world. The introvert's unique strengths. Introverts often possess qualities that set them apart from others in the workplace and in personal life. While they may not seek the spotlight, introverts tend to excel in areas that require deep thinking, independent work, and thoughtful decision-making. These qualities, while sometimes understated, are essential to success in many fields. Introverts are known for their ability to concentrate for extended periods of time, often allowing them to dive deeply into complex tasks. Their reflective nature also makes them adept at problem-solving, as they take time to analyze situations thoroughly before making decisions. These traits are invaluable in environments that require focus, innovation, and careful planning. Moreover, introverts are often excellent listeners. This skill allows them to build strong, supportive relationships with colleagues, clients, and friends. It also enables them to understand others' perspectives more fully, which is particularly beneficial in fields such as leadership, counseling, and any role that requires empathy and communication. Using introversion to your advantage in the workplace. In many work environments, introverts are often placed at a disadvantage. High-energy meetings, constant socializing, and collaborative tasks can leave introverts feeling drained and unproductive. However, when introverts learn how to work within their strengths, they can thrive in these same environments. One of the greatest advantages introverts have in the workplace is their ability to focus deeply on tasks. While extroverts may excel in social settings, introverts often produce their best work when they are given the time and space to concentrate. When introverts are allowed to work independently or in quiet environments, they can deliver exceptional results. For introverts, success in the workplace often involves finding balance between collaboration and solo work. While working in teams is sometimes necessary, introverts should advocate for time to work independently, where they can focus and think creatively without distractions. Additionally, introverts should seek out roles that play to their strengths, such as positions that allow for deep thought, analysis, and strategy. Introverts as leaders. While the loud, charismatic leader may often be celebrated, introverts possess a quiet form of leadership that is just as effective. Introverted leaders tend to be thoughtful, empathetic, and capable of inspiring trust and loyalty in their teams. Rather than relying on extroverted charisma to motivate others, introverted leaders use their ability to listen, reflect, and make well-considered decisions to lead with integrity. One of the most powerful leadership traits introverts possess is their ability to empower others. Introverted leaders often create environments where team members feel heard and valued, allowing everyone to contribute their ideas. Because introverts don't need to dominate the conversation or be the center of attention, they encourage collaboration and allow their team members to shine. Introverted leaders are also known for their ability to remain calm under pressure. Their reflective nature and tendency to think before acting allow them to navigate challenges with a level-headed approach. This calmness instills confidence in others, making introverted leaders effective in high-stress situations. Building confidence in your introverted style. While society often values extroverted traits like assertiveness and visibility, introverts can find success by embracing their natural tendencies. The first step is building confidence in their unique style. Introverts do not need to change who they are to succeed. Instead, they should focus on leveraging their existing strengths to their advantage. One way introverts can build confidence is by acknowledging and celebrating their quiet achievements. Instead of comparing themselves to extroverted colleagues, introverts should take pride in their ability to think critically, work independently, and maintain meaningful relationships. It's important to recognize that success does not have to look the same for everyone, and introverts have their own path to follow. Introverts can also build confidence by practicing self-compassion and understanding that their need for solitude and reflection is not a flaw, but a strength. By setting clear boundaries and allowing themselves the time and space to recharge, introverts can maintain their energy and perform at their best. The power of self-promotion for introverts. Many introverts shy away from self-promotion, feeling uncomfortable with the idea of drawing attention to their accomplishments. However, self-promotion is a key component of career success, and introverts can learn to do it in a way that feels authentic to them. The key is to focus on presenting their skills and accomplishments with humility and confidence, rather than boasting or overselling. Introverts should begin by recognizing the value they bring to their work and the unique strengths they possess. Self-promotion doesn't have to involve large public displays or grand gestures. It can simply be about sharing accomplishments in a way that feels natural, whether through one-on-one conversations, emails, or performance reviews. By practicing self-promotion in ways that align with their values, introverts can ensure they are recognized for their hard work and achievements without feeling inauthentic. Balancing social energy and work. While introverts thrive in solitude and independent work, they can also benefit from social interactions and teamwork. The key is to find balance. Introverts should recognize that they don't need to avoid social situations altogether, but they should manage their energy levels by setting clear boundaries. Before engaging in social activities, introverts can take a moment to assess their energy levels and decide whether they are ready to participate. If they are feeling drained, they can politely excuse themselves or limit their involvement in social events. Likewise, they can use breaks and downtime to recharge before diving back into social or collaborative activities. Introverts can also benefit from finding social environments that align with their energy. Rather than attending large, noisy events, introverts may prefer smaller, more intimate gatherings where they can connect with others on a deeper level. These types of social situations allow introverts to build meaningful relationships without feeling overwhelmed. Chapter 7. Overcoming social challenges and building resilience. Introverts often face unique challenges in social situations. While they may feel energized by solitude, the modern world is set up for extroverted personalities, where socializing, networking, and constant interaction are highly valued. Introverts can feel out of place, overwhelmed or drained by these demands, leading to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. However, by understanding these challenges and developing strategies for overcoming them, introverts can build resilience and thrive socially without sacrificing their need for personal space. The struggle with social expectations. One of the greatest challenges introverts face is societal expectations. From a young age, we are taught that social success is synonymous with visibility, confidence, and an extroverted nature. Extroverts are often praised for their ability to lead discussions, entertain a crowd, and engage in spontaneous interactions. On the other hand, introverts may be viewed as shy, withdrawn, or even uninterested in connecting with others. These social pressures can lead introverts to question themselves. They may feel guilty for not wanting to participate in every social event or for preferring quiet, one-on-one interactions over large gatherings. However, it's important for introverts to recognize that they are not obligated to conform to external expectations. Their introverted nature is a strength, not a limitation. Once introverts understand and accept their social needs, they can move forward with confidence, knowing that it's okay to prioritize their well-being over societal norms. The power of small social interactions. Introverts don't need to avoid socializing altogether. In fact, introverts can thrive in social situations when they focus on building meaningful, deep connections. While introverts may find large social gatherings draining, they tend to excel in smaller, one-on-one interactions where they can have more genuine conversations. By engaging in small social interactions, introverts can build a strong network of close-knit relationships that are more fulfilling than shallow, large-group interactions. Introverts may find that they enjoy these intimate moments of connection because they can listen attentively, engage in meaningful conversations, and build trust with others. To make socializing more manageable, introverts can seek out environments where they feel comfortable, such as quiet cafes, intimate dinners, or smaller gatherings with close friends. These settings provide introverts with the opportunity to interact without feeling overwhelmed, and they also offer a more authentic way to connect with others. Setting boundaries in social situations. One of the most important tools for introverts in navigating social situations is setting clear boundaries. Social interactions, especially in large groups, can drain an introvert's energy. Without the ability to set boundaries, introverts may find themselves overwhelmed, exhausted, and burned out. Introverts should feel empowered to say no when they feel their social energy is being depleted. Setting boundaries can involve politely declining invitations to events that may feel too overwhelming or scheduling breaks during social activities to recharge. By recognizing their own limits and communicating them clearly, introverts can protect their energy and engage in social situations on their own terms. It's also important for introverts to communicate their need for alone time to friends, family, and colleagues. When people understand that introverts need space to recharge, they're more likely to respect their boundaries. Introverts don't need to apologize for needing solitude. It's simply a natural part of their energy cycle. Developing social resilience. While introverts may face challenges in social situations, they can also develop resilience over time. Social resilience is the ability to navigate social situations with confidence, even when they feel outside of their comfort zone. Introverts can build social resilience by gradually stepping outside their comfort zone, practicing social interactions, and embracing new experiences. One effective strategy for building social resilience is to take small steps toward socializing. Instead of committing to large events that may feel overwhelming, introverts can start by attending smaller gatherings or having one-on-one conversations with trusted friends. These low-pressure situations allow introverts to practice their social skills and gain confidence in their ability to navigate social interactions. Over time, introverts can increase their social stamina by gradually expanding their social activities and engaging in new types of interactions. The key is to go at a pace that feels comfortable while still challenging oneself to grow socially. As introverts gain more experience in social situations, they will become more resilient, able to handle social challenges with greater ease. Managing social anxiety. Many introverts experience social anxiety, which can make social interactions even more challenging. The fear of being judged or not fitting in can create a sense of discomfort or self-doubt in social situations. However, social anxiety can be managed through mindfulness, self-compassion, and self-reflection. Mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing and grounding exercises can help introverts stay calm and present in social situations. By focusing on the present moment and letting go of worries about how others perceive them, introverts can reduce feelings of anxiety and enjoy their social interactions more fully. Self-compassion is also essential for managing social anxiety. Introverts should remind themselves that it's okay to feel anxious or uncomfortable at times. Instead of criticizing themselves for not being more outgoing or social, they should practice kindness and understanding toward themselves. By accepting their feelings and taking care of their emotional needs, introverts can reduce anxiety and build confidence in social situations. Leveraging introversion as a superpower. Introverts may not be the life of the party, but they bring valuable qualities to social interactions and relationships. They possess a quiet strength that allows them to connect with others on a deeper level, and they excel in environments that require focused attention, critical thinking, and thoughtful decision-making. By embracing their introverted nature, introverts can leverage their strength to navigate the modern world with greater ease. Introverts are also skilled at reading people and understanding emotions, which makes them excellent listeners and compassionate friends. They may not be the loudest in the room, but their presence is felt through their empathy, insight, and ability to make meaningful connections. Introverts have a unique power, one that can be harnessed to create positive change in both their personal and professional lives. Chapter 8. Embracing the Power of Quiet. Leadership. Leadership often brings to mind images of extroverted individuals, those who are outgoing, charismatic, and comfortable in the spotlight. In a world where extroverted leadership is frequently celebrated, introverts may feel as though they are at a disadvantage. However, introverts possess a unique form of leadership that is just as powerful, if not more so. Quiet leadership is not about dominating a room or seeking attention. It's about leading with integrity, empathy, and deep thoughtfulness. Introverts have the ability to inspire others, build trust, and make decisions that truly serve the greater good. In this chapter, we will explore the power of quiet leadership and how introverts can harness this strength to lead effectively and authentically. The introvert's approach to leadership. Introverts often approach leadership in a way that is very different from extroverts. Instead of seeking the spotlight, they tend to lead through example, integrity, and a deep sense of responsibility. Introverted leaders are reflective, thoughtful, and often prefer to listen before speaking. They take the time to analyze situations thoroughly and weigh their options carefully, ensuring that the decisions they make are well considered and aligned with their values. One of the greatest strengths of introverted leaders is their ability to empower others. Introverts do not need to dominate a conversation or make themselves the center of attention. Instead, they encourage collaboration, listen to different perspectives, and create a space where others feel heard and valued. Introverted leaders understand that the best ideas often come from the collective input of the group, rather than from a single dominant voice. Building trust through empathy and listening. Trust is the cornerstone of effective leadership, and introverts excel at building trust through empathy and active listening. Introverts have an innate ability to listen deeply to others, allowing them to understand their team members' needs, concerns, and aspirations. By truly listening, introverted leaders can offer thoughtful guidance and solutions that resonate with those they lead. Empathy is another key quality that introverts bring to leadership. Introverts are often highly attuned to the emotions of others, and they have the ability to understand and respond to the feelings of their team members with compassion and care. This emotional intelligence allows introverted leaders to build strong, supportive relationships with those they lead, creating an environment where people feel valued and understood. Leading by example. Introverts often lead by example rather than through overt displays of authority. They show up consistently, work hard, and demonstrate the values they wish to see in others. Instead of relying on charisma or verbal persuasion, introverts let their actions speak for themselves. Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and thoughtful decision-making inspires others to follow their lead. Introverts also tend to be humble in their approach to leadership. They do not seek praise or recognition, but prefer to focus on the work itself. This humility can create a sense of camaraderie among team members who appreciate a leader who is willing to share credit and success with others. By prioritizing the success of the team over personal recognition, introverts foster a culture of collaboration and mutual respect. The quiet strength of introverted leadership. Introverted leadership is often characterized by a quiet strength that comes from a deep sense of inner calm and confidence. Introverts do not need to shout to be heard. Their words carry weight because they are carefully considered and grounded in their values. When introverted leaders speak, people listen. This calm and measured approach to leadership can be especially valuable in high-pressure situations, where quick thinking and a level head are required. Introverted leaders often thrive in environments where thoughtful reflection and strategic planning are necessary. They are not afraid to take the time to analyze problems, consider multiple perspectives, and develop long-term solutions. This strategic mindset allows introverts to make decisions that are not only effective, but also sustainable. Moreover, introverts are often more willing to admit when they don't know something and seek input from others. This humility makes them approachable and open to collaboration, which fosters an inclusive and innovative team dynamic. By acknowledging their own limitations, introverted leaders create an environment where team members feel comfortable sharing their ideas and contributing to the decision-making process. The power of self-reflection in leadership. Self-reflection is an essential component of introverted leadership. Introverts are naturally reflective individuals who take the time to assess their actions, evaluate their leadership style, and consider how they can improve. This self-awareness allows them to make necessary adjustments, learn from their mistakes, and continually grow as leaders. Introverted leaders are also more likely to lead with a sense of purpose and vision. They are less likely to be swayed by external pressures or short-term gains and are more focused on long-term goals and values. By regularly reflecting on their leadership approach, introverts ensure that they remain aligned with their core principles and continue to lead in a way that is authentic and effective. Overcoming challenges as an introverted leader. While introverted leadership has many strengths, it is not without its challenges. One of the main obstacles that introverted leaders face is the pressure to conform to extroverted leadership norms. In many organizations, leaders are expected to be outgoing, highly visible, and constantly networking. This can be draining for introverts who may feel uncomfortable in large social settings or with constant public attention. However, introverts can overcome this challenge by embracing their natural leadership style and focusing on their unique strengths. They do not need to conform to extroverted ideals of leadership in order to be effective. Instead, they can build on their ability to listen, reflect, and lead by example, carving out a leadership style that is authentic and powerful. Introverted leaders can also benefit from finding a leadership style that aligns with their values and energy levels. For example, they might prefer to lead in smaller, more intimate settings where they can have deeper, more meaningful conversations. They may also choose to delegate certain responsibilities, such as public speaking or large group networking, to others on their team, allowing them to focus on the areas where they can contribute most effectively. Introverted leadership is not about being quiet or passive. It's about leading with authenticity, integrity, and purpose. Introverts possess a quiet strength that allows them to build trust, inspire others, and make thoughtful decisions. By embracing their introverted nature and focusing on their unique strengths, introverts can become powerful leaders who create positive change in their teams and organizations. As you continue to explore the psychology of introversion, remember that leadership does not have to fit a one-size-fits-all model. Introverts can lead effectively and authentically, using their introspective nature, empathy, and strategic mindset to guide others towards success. Quiet leadership may not always be loud, but its impact is far-reaching and profound. As we wrap up this exploration into the psychology of introversion, it's important to reflect on the powerful insights we've uncovered. Introversion is not just a personality trait. It's a profound way of being in the world, one that offers unique advantages and opportunities for those who embrace it. Throughout this audiobook, we've examined the inner strength that introverts possess, such as deep focus, empathy, self-reflection, and quiet leadership, which, when harnessed, can lead to a rich, successful, and balanced life. Understanding your introverted nature. One of the most significant steps toward creating a fulfilling life as an introvert is accepting and understanding your natural tendencies. For too long, society has placed a premium on extroverted qualities, such as being outgoing, sociable, and constantly visible. Introverts, in contrast, may feel overlooked or undervalued, especially when they struggle to conform to external expectations. But the reality is that introverts have something incredibly valuable to offer, something that extends beyond the superficial metrics of social visibility and outward performance. Introverts have an innate ability to look inward, analyze deeply, and cultivate meaningful connections. Their strength lies in the ability to focus, listen, reflect, and lead with integrity. These traits are not weaknesses to be overcome, but gifts to be embraced. The first step in embracing your introverted nature is to let go of the societal pressure to fit in or behave in ways that feel unnatural. Instead, it's about creating a life that honors your need for solitude, reflection, and deep connections. By understanding your personality and working within it, you can unlock new potential and live a life that aligns with your authentic self. Embracing solitude for clarity and growth. One of the key themes throughout this audiobook has been the importance of solitude. For introverts, alone time is not just a luxury. It is a necessity for personal growth, clarity, and well-being. Solitude provides the space for introverts to recharge, reflect, and tap into their inner creativity. It is during these moments of quiet that they can connect with their true desires and purpose, free from the noise and distractions of the external world. The ability to spend time alone allows introverts to engage in deep self-reflection, leading to greater emotional intelligence and insight. It's in these moments of solitude that introverts often come up with their most creative ideas and innovative solutions. Far from being isolating or lonely, solitude is a place of empowerment and personal discovery. Introverts should not feel guilty for needing time alone. In fact, it is essential to prioritize these moments of introspection in order to maintain a healthy balance between their social obligations and their personal well-being. Taking time for oneself is not a rejection of the world, but a conscious decision to nurture one's inner world. Building meaningful relationships. Throughout this audiobook, we've seen that introverts may not thrive in large social settings, but they excel in forming deep, meaningful relationships. Introverts are not necessarily antisocial. Rather, they prefer quality over quantity when it comes to interactions. They invest their energy in relationships that are authentic and fulfilling, valuing deep connections with a few close friends or family members rather than attempting to maintain a wide network of acquaintances. The introvert's ability to listen, empathize, and connect on a deeper emotional level makes them invaluable partners, friends, and colleagues. Introverts are often deeply intuitive, able to understand others' feelings and perspectives with remarkable clarity. This gift allows them to build strong, supportive relationships that are based on trust, respect, and genuine connection. However, building meaningful relationships also requires that introverts set healthy boundaries. Social interactions can be draining for introverts, and it's essential that they protect their energy by limiting engagements that leave them feeling exhausted. By setting clear boundaries and communicating their needs, introverts can ensure that their relationships remain fulfilling and sustainable. Quiet leadership and influence. Introverts have the potential to be extraordinary leaders, though their style of leadership may differ from the more traditional extroverted model. Quiet leadership, as we've discussed, is about leading with integrity, empathy, and authenticity. Introverts are not driven by the desire for attention or personal recognition. Instead, they lead by example, with a focus on empowering others, fostering collaboration, and creating environments where people feel heard and valued. Introverts excel in leadership positions where deep thought, strategic planning, and problem-solving are required. They bring a calm, reflective approach to leadership that can be especially effective in high-stress or crisis situations. Instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally, introverted leaders tend to take a step back, analyze the situation, and make decisions based on careful consideration. Furthermore, introverted leaders often inspire loyalty and trust through their quiet strength. They lead with humility, admitting when they don't have all the answers, and encouraging their teams to share their ideas. This openness fosters a collaborative and inclusive environment where everyone has the opportunity to contribute and succeed. The power of self-reflection and continuous growth. As introverts continue to embrace their unique strengths, self-reflection remains a powerful tool for personal growth. Regular introspection allows introverts to assess their progress, learn from their experiences, and identify areas for improvement. It also provides them with the clarity needed to set meaningful goals and align their actions with their core values. Self-reflection helps introverts to stay grounded and focused, avoiding the distractions and pressures that can derail their sense of purpose. By regularly assessing their goals, actions, and emotional state, introverts can ensure they are living in alignment with their true selves. This ongoing process of self-discovery and growth is key to creating a fulfilling and successful life.